I posljednje moje hazuziii 7 i danas ćemo nastaviti Brightburn broj 2 hazuziii TV. Ne znam zašto sam to nazvala, ne znam, ali idemo gledati dalje. Pogledajte prvi dio, svakako pogledajte prvi dio, onda ćete znati kako ovo bude. Pa da, to je to. Ajdemo, 3, 2, 1, kreni. Mane, to se dogodilo u prvom dijelu sa... idemo opet.
Baby, as in Brandon Bryan.
Doesn't look like anything to me, Sheriff. She sends him away, but is worried enough to look through Brandon's stuff, where she finally comes face to face with reality. Yeah, Tori, your kid sucks, and you've been enabling the little bastard this whole time. He's become a little bastard with big ambitions, too. All because you just couldn't fathom the idea of Brandon being a monster. But Kyle's been fathoming that idea for quite some time now, so he decides to take things into his own hands during the hunting trip. He sets his son up for a look at the rabbits moment, but even though he lands a headshot, it doesn't even begin to face the kid. Oh shit, you fucked up, Kyle. You have fucked up now. Kyle spams R, but before the reload action is complete, Brandon disappears, only to reappear seconds later in his little homemade costume. He plays a round of Quidditch near his dad and knocks him to the ground, then kills his Papa Dearest by friggin' laser beaming him through the face. We had to get a laser beam kill in here at some point, and I couldn't have asked for a better one than this. Solid shit here. Tori tries to call her husband, but it's too late. Kyle is gone forever, and Brandon's already home again. He terrifies Tori by shaking the house and doing all the stuff you probably saw in the trailer, like flying in and out through the walls a couple of times. Yeah, you get a good look at that floating mistake out there, Tori. She calls 911, which brings the sheriff and a deputy to her house. But as she comes outside to get their help, the sheriff is air tackled into oblivion, leaving very little behind for anyone to see. Damn, that was a sudden death. It's kind of awesome. The deputy sends Tori upstairs to hide under the bed, then is killed herself after Brandon appears behind her and slams her all to Kingdom Come in the background of this nifty shot. To show his work when he's finished, he tosses her corpse aside. Tori keeps herself quiet in the face of her son's floating feet and eventually sneaks away from him by hanging out the upstairs window. When she falls, she cuts herself, which reminds her of Brandon's similar injury in the barn a few days ago. And, realizing that his space crypt comet may be the secret to defeating him, she runs off towards the barn. Real talk though, I don't know how she gets there when Brandon's already floating in the air and has been shown to be invisibly fast. But get there she does, and after seeing Erica's corpse and a bunch of BBs on the wall, she breaks off a convenient shard of spaceship with which to stab her son. She crawls out of the barn basement and calls out Brandon's name, then convinces the creepy little Superboy to calm down for a goddamn second and listen to his mother.
I still believe you were a blessing that fell to this earth.
Her words of matriarchal love seem to assuage the young lad, who tells his mom that he wants to be a good boy, he promises. But he can't do that if he's got a shard of metal in his back, so knock it the fuck off, Mom, you're not helping, God! Tori tries to apologize, but it's too late. Brandon cries out and flies up, up, and away, taking his mom high into the night sky to show her a whole new world. Sorry, to kill him, that's what he does. It's completely cold-blooded, but he just holds his mom out and drops her. At least she'll have plenty of time during freefall to think about how she shouldn't have tried adopting an alien space baby. Oh shit, y'all, the movie's almost over and the body count isn't enormous. I'm so sorry, all you big number lovers. This must be so difficult for you. Here, how about we add an entire goddamn plane to the count? Because Brandon sees one in the sky and apparently just blows it up, since its wreckage is seen the next morning. Oh hey, and listen to these nice reporters here. They're doing my counting job for me.
No survivors among the 268 passengers on board.
Way to hook me up, Final Destination style. And just like in Final Destination, I know that the number they say is of the plane's passengers, but I think in these casualty reports that would include the crew, right? Like the crew members were still passengers on the plane in one sense of the word, you know? I don't know. All I do know is that Brandon Breyer is a bad guy, because after a last-minute title card, that dope-ass Billie Eilish English songs plays over credits to confirm it. We see some more news reports, and yes, one of them shows a building collapse, but I can't count kills there because it's literally impossible. Besides, maybe the building was somehow evacuated beforehand? You don't know, okay? The movie ends with Michael Rooker as a YouTube conspiracy theorist ranting about other mythical figures in this universe, like the Crimson Bolt from Super, the 2010 movie made by producer James Gunn. Thanks to Brandon Breyer, how many people's life forces are no longer burning bright? Let's find out and... Wait, what? Get to the numbers. Get to the numbers. By my count, 274 people died in Brightburn. Other than the 268 plane victims, we had an even ratio of 3 guy and 3 girl victims. So I bet you can barely even see them in that pie chart, huh? With a runtime of 91 minutes, that left us with a kill on average about every 20 seconds. But, I mean, you know, I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Uncle Noah. The shot from inside the car as it drops straight towards the ground is terrifying. And obviously, the guy's jaw falling off is sick nasty. No machete for lamest kill will go to Erica, who got super jump scared to death. And that's it. Brightburn came out in 2019, and although it kinda sets up for a sequel with that Michael Rooker bit at the end, I'm not sure if we'll ever see one thanks to a middling box office performance. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Club and Fang, Luke McKenzie, Richard Robinson, Jonathan Bjork, and Philip J. Smith Jr. Usually I try to fill this as...
What do you think? I think we're dead meat.
Oprostite. No, vratimo tu. Sad smo oko gotovi. Sad smo oko gotovi s videom. Sorte. Valjda ćemo ići... Počet ću snimat nakon što ovo dođe. Počet ću snimat još drugu epizodu, ako želite. Dobro, valjda... Šta je mene? Snimat ću... Ja mislim da ću snimat i... Idemo ostatak ove epizode samo provesti spavni. Evo ga. Okej. Da vidimo. Ovo. I da vidimo. Dead meat. Sada ćemo gledati poslije ovoga. Možda gledamo Banana Splits. Kako ćemo ime? Ja bih to rađe odredio na to, zvuči kao jako grozan horror film. Ajde, poslije ćemo gledati Banana Splits. Može? Da vidimo da zato samo horror film je nekakva glupost. Ajde vidimo. Pa, vidimo se drugi put. Pa, vidimo se drugi put. Pa, bla. Čekaj, to li bla. Ok. Ajde.